The day my father looked me in the eyes and said, "You'll never be successful," something inside me broke. I was 26, living in a tiny apartment in Ohio, working nights at a grocery store while chasing a dream everyone called impossible. I wanted to become a motivational speaker. My family laughed every time I brought it up. "People like you don't end up on TV," my older brother said. "Get a real job," my mother added. Every family dinner felt like a courtroom where I was always guilty. Eventually, I stopped showing up. Instead, I spent every free hour writing speeches, recording videos on my old phone, and posting them online. For months, nothing happened. 10 views, 20 views, sometimes only 3. I questioned myself every night. Maybe they were right. Maybe I really was wasting my life. Then one rainy Tuesday, after finishing a 10-hour shift, my phone buzzed. It was an email. At first, I thought it was spam. But when I opened it, my hands started shaking. A producer from a national television show had seen one of my videos. They wanted me to appear live and tell my story. I read the email 5 times before I believed it. The show would air in 3 weeks. For the first time in years, I smiled. I wanted to call my family immediately. Then I remembered every joke, every insult, every time they told me I would never make it. So I stayed silent. If they wanted to know whether I had become a failure, they could find out the same way everyone else would, on live national television. 3 weeks later, I stood backstage under bright studio lights, my heart pounding so hard I could barely breathe. When the host called my name, I walked onto the stage to a standing ovation. For the next 10 minutes, I shared my story, the late-night shifts, the endless rejection, and the family who believed I would never amount to anything. I didn't mention their names. I didn't want revenge. I just told the truth. When the show ended, my phone exploded with notifications. Millions of people had watched. My speech was being shared everywhere. The next morning, I received hundreds of messages from strangers saying my story had inspired them to keep fighting for their dreams. Then another call came. A major publishing company wanted me to write a book. A nationwide speaking tour followed. The dream everyone laughed at had become my career. That evening, there was a knock at my apartment door. When I opened it, my parents and my brother were standing there. My father looked older than I remembered. His eyes filled with tears. "I was wrong," he whispered. "I thought I was protecting you from disappointment, but I became the one who hurt you the most." For a moment, none of us spoke. Then my mother hugged me tightly. "I'm sorry," she cried. I hugged them back. Not because they believed in me now, but because I had finally stopped needing their approval. Success wasn't appearing on national TV. Success was believing in myself when no one else did. And that was the greatest victory of all.